Hey my wonderful warriors, this is Master W and this is day 2 of Flipping the Classroom. Today we're going to work on constructing circles, but before we do that, I just want to review a little bit of what we did yesterday. Now, we said that if you take the center point of a circle, I'm going to need to draw the center point, that's a guesstimate right about there, and you go from the center point to any point on the outside of a circle, you have made a radius, okay? So that's called a radius. Now if you take and you make a line segment that goes from one side of the circle straight through the center all the way to the other side, you've made a diameter. Okay? And the diameter in relationship to the radius, the diameter is half of the radius. The radius in relationship to the diameter, the radius is double. You double the radius to get the diameter. You take half the diameter to get the radius. Hopefully I didn't confuse you on that. I wanted to say that right. Okay. Now if we erase that in the circle, we said yesterday the distance around a circle is called the circumference. Okay. And we gave you a formula. We actually said that if you take a circle and you find the diameter, I missed the center. Darn it. But it's okay. I missed the center. But if you take a circle and you do the diameter, if you take 3 diameters, just a little bit more than 3 diameters, and you put them together, it will equal the same distance as the circumference, or the distance around a circle. And we said that it's a little bit more than 3, so we call that pi, and pi is equal to 3.14, which is just a little bit bigger. And like we said yesterday, it goes longer than that. 3.14159 even goes bigger than that. But for 5th grade, we're sometimes going to, most of the time we're going to use 3.14, but sometimes we're going to use 22 over 7, because that's the fraction equivalent of 3.14. Okay, so we got circumference equals pi times diameter. So if your diameter is 6 inches, then you're going to take 3.14, which is pi, times 6, and it's going to give you 18 and 84 hundredths. That was just a guess from memory. 6 times 4 is 24, carry the 2, 6, 7, 8, 6 times 3 is 18. It's 18 and 84 hundredths. That's exactly right. Okay, now something else, that's the circumference of a circle. If they give you a circle, that was a quick one, and they just give you the radius, let's say the radius is 4 inches. First thing you want to do is double that, go times 2. That's going to give you 8 inches. The diameter equals 8 inches. Now you can go 3.14 times 8, because circumference equals pi times diameter. Diameter is 8. That's 32. Carry the 3, 9, 10, 11. 1, carry the 1, 4, 25. So that's 25 and 12 hundredths. That's just a review from yesterday. Okay, enough review. Enough review. We don't want to be here all day, right? We're just learning and burning. Let's keep going. Okay? Now today we're going to learn how to construct circles. I would like you to meet this first device here. We're going to call this a ruler. Yeah, you're familiar with a ruler. We're going to use a ruler whenever we draw circles or construct circles in class. We're going to use a ruler so we can measure and make precise circles. You knew me, I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to certain things. So I'm going to need a compass. Oh, and you say, what is a compass? Now here's where you can write some notes down. A compass. Compass is a tool for constructing circles. Okay, and I'm going to show, compass is a tool for constructing circles. I'm sorry that's so sloppy. If you need to pause right now to write that down, pause away, and I'm just going to keep going. Okay, so I'm going to erase that. I don't need it there anymore, and I'm going to get my compass. Now here's a compass. Watch how cool this thing is. Now what if I said I want a circle with a diameter of 2 inches? Now if I take the compass and I put this on 2 inches, see right here at this point, this is a sharp point. That's what's going to be on your compass you get in class. If I put it on 2 inches, and then I spin this, watch what happens. It's actually making a diameter of 4 inches. I don't want a diameter of 4 inches. I want a diameter of 2 inches. Equals 2 inches, right? So when you think about it, if we set this at 2 inches, this is just a radius of the circle. The compass only shows you the size of a radius. So you actually have to double it to find the size of the diameter. So if the diameter of this circle is 2 inches, the radius would be 1 inch. So we actually have to make this 1 inch. Okay, let's move it over here. We'll put the point right on 1 inch. Grab this part. Boom, that's 1 inch right there. Now watch if I can ever grab this. Right on 2 inches. That circle has a diameter of 2 inches. We draw a circle with a diameter of 2 inches. Now if we want to, we can find the circumference of this circle, because circumference equals pi times diameter. The diameter is 2 inches, so we go 3.14 times 2, 6.28. As far as I'm concerned, 14 times 2 is 28, and then 6.28. 4 times 2 is 8, 6 and 28 hundredths, okay? So that's how you construct a circle. Now the only time that it gets a little confusing, I just said plime, I apologize, I meant to say time. The time when it gets a little bit confusing, let me erase all this, okay, is when you want to make a diameter that's an odd number. Like, let's say we want to make a circle with a diameter of 3. We'll get our compass. Remember, we want to make it 3, so it can't be on the 3. If it's on the 3 and we draw it, it'll be this side. It'll go all the way to the 6. Okay? So we go to half of 3, which is 1.5. Well, half of 4 is 2. Half of 2 is 1, so half of 3 is going to be 1.5. So we're going to put this one right on 1.5. That's where 1.5 would be. We're going to move this one into here, and then we're going to grab that, and there's a 3-inch circle. Now you're like, okay, why would we need to construct a circle? To construct a circle, you know how to construct a circle, well then that helps you understand the radius better, because the compass actually makes the radius. And then when the setting of the compass is the radius, but when you draw the circle, then you get the diameter, because that has a diameter. And if I take this ruler and I move it up here, and you know I can spin it. Oh, and I spin it, it's going to be 2. And boom. Or 3, right, because it was 1.5. It's going to be 3. Okay? I'm going to turn this back around. Alright, I'm getting a little fancy with my tools here. And then I want to erase these and get rid of these circles. Okay. So let me draw one more circle. Let me say I want a circle with a diameter. I want it with a radius of 5. Watch this thing. Okay. The radius of 5. So we're going to set this at 5 because the radius is 5. I'm going to set that right there. Let's make this one green. I'm going to grab that green. Wow. That means it's a diameter of 10. I can't even fit that one on the screen. Okay? But let me erase that one. And let me grab the compass. Let me make some smaller circles. Move this compass around. Let me show you what you can do when you create circles. Hello? There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Let me make diameter of 2. Actually, let me make a diameter of 1. Put this line right here. Remember, this is what if you got one of these at home, practice with it a little bit. Practice makes perfect, you know what I mean? We grab the edge, construct a circle. Let's move that around. Grab the edge, construct another circle. Move this out of the way. And grab the edge of this one, put it up here. And we can actually draw a picture. What kind of picture am I going to draw? I could draw a picture of a car. Oh, my first car, Volkswagen. Oh, that's a terrible Volkswagen. But you get the idea. Here's the window. Here's me when I used to have hair, long red hair. Driving in the window. And that was my VW, my Volkswagen Beetle. Okay, the motor was back here. Put motor right there. But you can actually use circles. So if I said to you, I want you to draw a picture, and in your picture I want you to have circles with a radius of 3, then you'd multiply by 2, you'd find a diameter of 6, and let's say I wanted you to have 2 circles with a radius of 3, 2 circles with a diameter of 5. You draw the circles, and then you can decide what kind of picture you want to make out of them. But like I said before, that gives you practice at drawing the circles with a compass. The main problem that you might have when you have a compass is poking a hole in your paper. And you guys, you're going to get to practice using these. But there you go. That's the way you do the circle. I spin the paper, like I said. I hold it down, and then I spin the paper. You guys might be a little bit more talented than me. A lot of people just grab the tip of it right here, and they actually spin the compass around. But you'll get to practice it. Okay, so that's how we construct circles using a compass. If you have any questions about anything on the video, if you have any recommendations on how I can make the video better, anything like that, or you just love flipping the class, you want to make any comments or anything, you know my email, you can definitely let me know. I love my Wondrums Warriors.